First time in the Minnesota Real Estate Market channel. You want to know everything about living in Minneapolis, Minnesota? Then subscribe below and tap that bell for notifications so you can be the first to know about the current market in Minneapolis, Minnesota. My name is Trent Seaman. I'm with eXp Real in the advisory group in Hopkins, Minnesota. I get calls every day from people just like you. So whether you're moving in 9 days or 9 months, feel free to reach out as all my contact information is in the description box below. I'd be happy to help you make a smooth move to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Today, we're taking a look at Orono, Minnesota, and that is coming up next. So you're thinking of moving to Minneapolis, Minnesota. In this video, we're going to show you around Orono, Minnesota. And we'll take you some of the neighborhoods. I'm going to show you some of the different price points with some of the different homes so you can see what may fit within your budget. If you stick around the end, I'll share with you the best kept secret of this neighborhood that you definitely don't want to miss. We're getting after it right now. Right now we're at the Lafayette Club, which is out on a peninsula on Lake Minnetonka. It's a private club, pretty exclusive. You've got water on that side of the peninsula, and you got water on this side. It's 9 holes, but very, very, very exclusive. So, but again, this is the Lafayette Club, and then we're going to be taking a look at Orono today. So that's the Lafayette Club, and today we're going to be taking a look at Orono real estate. Show you some neighborhoods, show you some houses, and that is coming up next. So today we're talking about Orono, Minnesota. Orono is a town of about 8,000 people, located just west, about 20 minutes from Minneapolis. It is located on the north shore of Lake Minnetonka. Niche.com gives it a plus for schools and an A plus for living. So it is one of the premier neighborhoods to live in Minneapolis. It gives you a feel very much of living in New England. You've got huge lots with lots of trees. Very, very, very pretty. And right on Lake Minnetonka. So you've got everything that you ever want to do in the outdoors is right there. Plus, you're 20 minutes from getting to a Twins or Wild or Vikings game. So the convenience is great. Not cheap to get into Orono. In 2024, the median sales price was $855,000. And so far in 2025, we're up to $1.5 million for median price. For the average sales price, we were in 2024 at 1.27 million for the average price. We're now at almost $2.2 million for the average sales price in Orono. That it is not cheap to get into. And like you'll see a house on the video today that is going for like $700, I think, $30,000. And they've already got a design of what the house is going to look like when they tear it down. So those houses don't live or last much longer because everybody wants to get in, and they know they may not be able to find any land to build a house, but they buy an old house, tear it down, and build a new one. So that is coming up next. We're going to drive through 3 neighborhoods. We're going to drive see 3 different houses, and hopefully give you a good feel for what living in Orono is all about. And that is next on the Minneapolis, Minnesota real estate market. And Trent Seaman from the advisory group in Hopkins, Minnesota, and the eXp Realty. All right, we're at our first property here today in Orono, Minnesota. And as you can see, you know, in Orono, you get huge lots and a lot of trees. So it's very, very nice. You got a nice quiet street here. We're just north of Lake Minnetonka, and Orono, it goes all the way, meanders through the northern borders of Lake Minnetonka is the southern border of Orono. So it is connected to the lake. We're only about 20 25 minutes from downtown Minneapolis. You just jump right on 12, which turns into 394, and you're there. So you're real close to downtown. You can take advantage of all the amenities that they have to offer here. But as you can see, you know, like this house and that house down there, and you really can't see through the trees there, but all these houses have been remodeled. And this brings us to this house here. 5-bedroom, 4-bath. They're asking $780,000 for it. And as you can see, they've already got architectural plans to knock this baby down and build that house. So what you're doing is you're buying to get into the school district. It's an A+ school district in Orono by niche.com. You're into getting Lake Minnetonka life. So summer, wintertime, taking advantage of all that the lake has to offer. So you're paying $780,000 to knock that baby down and build something else back up. So it's very, very nice. The street is extremely quiet. No cars coming through here at all. Nature everywhere. You can hear the birds chirping. It's very, very cool. Again, we're probably 2 miles from Lake Minnetonka, so we're real close there. But this is the house today, or our first stop, I should say. That's 5 bedrooms, 4 baths, $780,000. They're gonna knock that baby down and build that house that I showed you. So now let's go take a drive around the neighborhood. All right, we are driving through our first neighborhood here today. As you can see, we have big, huge lots. The house with a 3-car garage, nice. Big, huge trees. Oh, and this is a cul-de-sac. So this has this house right over here. You can see over here to the left. What's going on right there? Big old house there. We've got a big old house up here. And we got one for sale right here. This guy right there for sale. There's that other house. We got a beautiful back garage there, back there, very nice. So again, I've used this analogy a few times on these videos. This is very much like New England. I grew up in Connecticut, and this reminds me of a lot of that, with the big lots and lots of trees, and it's very, very nice. This was the house right here that we just looked at. Right there, and as you can see, compared to every other house in this neighborhood, it's night and day. There's the house that I couldn't really show you from the trees, but that's a brand new guy too as well. It's been built up there. Big, huge barn. Cut all that grass. See all those tractors back there. Big old house across the street. Bike crossing right here, so you can bike here and go all the way to downtown Minneapolis on that bike path right there. So that's pretty cool. Take you down one more street here to show you. I'll go to our second house. We're at our next house here, and as you can see, we're on like a highway road, but there's no cars driving by here. And you're pretty much across from a nature preserve going on there. But this is our next house, house number 2. It's 5 bedrooms, 5 baths, about 4,200 square feet, asking $1.25 million for it. Nice big lot. Again, you're on like a highway road, but there's been no traffic since I've been here that's driving by, so it's fairly quiet. You got some smaller houses that are next to it there. Got some nice trees in the back. You're across again from a little bit of a nature reserve there. So it's a nice lot, great house. It's fairly new house there. Again, we're even closer, we're farther south than we were from the first house. So you're even closer to Lake Minnetonka. You're probably about, and here's the first car that's driven by right here. This is the first car. You're about a mile from Lake Minnetonka. You're probably a couple miles from downtown Wayzata too as well. So you're real close to all the action. Again, this is house number 2, 5 bedrooms, 5 baths, about 4,200 square feet, asking $1.25 million. All right, now we're on our second drive. A little bit older neighborhood. You got that guy right there, that big old house right there on the lot. We'll drive down this street right here. You got that guy over there overlooking the lake. Here, big old lots, huge lots. They back up to the meadows there, and big trees lining the road. The house I was talking about before. Say it's up on a, I don't know if that's Lake Minnetonka that comes in there, if it's just a pond that's sitting on there. Pretty house right there, gives you a little bit of that New England feel with the shutters on there. Very peaceful and quiet. You'll see a lot of this in Orono with the pond. I don't know what they call that, but you'll see a lot of these things in Orono. What's nice about this is you can't build on it, so you know there aren't going to be any houses going on there. Kind of wetland, I guess. That is our second neighborhood. All right, we're on up on Casco Point. So We're on a little peninsula that jets out, and there's Lake Minnetonka on both sides. And as you can see, you got Lake Minnetonka right down here. That's our house. It's 5 bedrooms, 5 baths. They're about 5,600 square feet. Asking $3.2 million for it. I'm sorry, $4.2 million. $4.2 million here. Great waterfront property right on the lake. Very cool. Great entertainment area. They've got bar and all that kind of stuff downstairs that go on to the outdoors. And the one thing that's really, really nice about this land is that there's very little drop to the lake. So when you have very little drop, the value of the land is more. So as you can tell, there's no drop to the lake. They're pretty even with the lake, which is really, really nice. You know, big house. They got big trees all around here. Very, very private. Very, very cool. You got a couple of neighbors that are a little bit close, especially this guy right here. That's this gigantic red house right here, but he's gigantic as well. So I'm just trying to get up so you get a closer look at the lake. Walk around. You can see the water as I walk around here. There's a fake owl right there. Hope that's not real or he's gonna hurt me. There's a little bit of drop down to the lake. Not much of one though. But this is the backyard. So that's what they had to look at. Pretty nice, huh? Again, 5 bedrooms, 5 baths, about 5,600 square feet. Again, $4.2 million for it. Now let's go drive around the neighborhood. Now we're on our last drive of the neighborhood. We're pulling out of the driveway of the house we just saw because I wanted to bring you up here. You're right next to a park. So you've got Casco Circle Park right there. So that's kind of cool. As you can see here, all these big homes on the lake. Very, very nice. Very, very quiet. The park's all to the left here. So that's all the park that is going on. All these homes surround the park. So we'll have no houses across from them ever. And they've got the lake behind them. So you just have houses pretty close to you on both sides because they got to squeeze those houses in. Basically making a drive around the park. Some of these old homes here are still sticking out. And it won't be here for long, I don't think. that was the end of the peninsula that we just drove around. And now we're going back down the heart of it. As you can see, you got lake right over there, and then we got lake on the left too as well. Nice big homes on the lake. So it's cool. Very neat. This guy right here, this big blue guy. Big home. Here on the lake. You can see those. Little tennis court in the front yard. Our tour of this neighborhood. So that ends day number 1 of our tour through Orono, Minnesota. We got 2 more videos coming up. One will be a map video, and one will be a pros and cons of living in Orono, Minnesota. As always, I appreciate any comments that you have about what you saw today. It's the only way I get better, is hearing from you guys. So maybe it's something that I missed that I should have talked about. So I greatly appreciate it. I have numerous other videos of the towns around Lake Minnetonka: Wayzata, Shorewood, Tonka Bay, Deep Haven, Minnetrista, and Minnetonka, for you to take a look at and compare and contrast all the cities. Again, thank you very much for watching. This has been Trent Seaman from the advisory group in Hopkins, Minnesota. eXp Realty, your anchor on your voyage home.